We call it people technology.
インテル入ってる。
What is happening at the Wankhede Stadium now? Where are those sixes and fours that we've so come to expect from Mumbai? Well, they've gone just 2 in this innings by Punjab Kings. As a result, they've ended at 106 for 8 after MS Dhoni put KL Rahul's side in at one stage, reeling at 26 for 5. We'll try and make sense of it all as CSK have completed their 20 overs in perhaps the best possible time in this year's IPL 2021. That after MS Dhoni, of course, was slapped a fine after that first game. No fines coming today. CSK's bowlers on top. It's ESPN Cricket for T20 Time Out powered by Intel. Maruti Suzuki presents ESPN Cricket for T20 Time Out powered by Intel. Irfan, Pathan and Dan Vettori with me. Daniel, what happened there? 106 in 20 overs.
We need to reevaluate what Wankhede is about. It looks like a completely different wicket. But I think the main bit was Deepak Chahar. I mean, the way he bowled, I think Irfan said at the start, the ability to swing the ball in the first couple of overs. He probably took the holy triumvirate of wickets for a fast bowler. He's outswinger to get rid of Mayank Agarwal, the slow ball to get rid of Gale, and then the bouncer to get rid of Nicholas Pooran. He couldn't be happier with the way he bowled.
Irfan, you know the value of getting swing to your advantage when it is swinging. It does not swing for very long these days. A few days back, we were discussing how bowlers shouldn't even try it. All of a sudden, when you do try it, my God, swing still troubles batsmen, doesn't it?
It doesn't. It always will. Look, swing is the king, as we always say that. And the delivery which Deepak Chahar bowled to Mayank Agarwal and cleaned him up, I think it's the best delivery so far in this IPL in 2021. I haven't seen a better delivery so far. Fantastic bowling. And the other thing as well, like, yes, we're talking about the pitch, we're talking about the bowling, but no one else got the swing, the kind of swing Deepak Chahar got from the other end. Because in power play as well, all the 4 wickets which Deepak Chahar got from his hand only, the other end, even Sam Curran was bowling, Shardul Thakur was bowling, they were not getting as much as advantage of the swing which we are talking about than Deepak Chahar. So it was fantastic bowling from them.
Yeah, I mean, you're a great person to talk about this since we've got you, Irfan. Why does Deepak Chahar manage that? Why does it look like he's getting the ball to talk more than others? Even Sam Curran can swing the ball, Shardul can. But why does Deepak Chahar look like he gets the ball to talk so much more?
See, that's what I say to all my students as well when I coach as well, when I was coaching in Jammu Kashmir, that if you want to swing the ball, you need to stay on the ball a bit more than the other bowlers. Because if you're staying on the ball a bit more, you'll get the more revolution. And if you look at Sam Curran and Deepak Chahar, contrasting difference. Look, Sam Curran can be a good swing bowler if he stays on the ball a bit more. As I said it earlier as well, if he bowls with a slightly straighter seam, how are you going to bowl with a straighter seam and not so much wobble? You need to stay on the ball a bit more. Daniel can say as well, like from his point of view, as a spinner as well, like if you hold on the ball while delivering the ball, you'll have more control. And if you have more control, you'll get more variation and more revolution on the ball. So I think with Deepak Chahar, he's got amazing action, which I start with a loading close to the body. His loading is not away from the body. Last year, we had a guy called Sheldon Cottrell, fantastic bowler, but his loading is away from his body. When you have that, you will not be bowling consistently as far as the line length is concerned, as far as the swing concerned. But all the good bowlers, all the swing bowlers who are good at swinging the ball, their action is towards their in the body plane. And when you have that, then all the other aspect of using the body comes into play. And Deepak Chahar's strength is amazing wrist, who stays on the ball a lot more.
Oh, it's brilliant to listen to this. Dan, something to add?
I think he's right. I think the great spin bowlers of the world seem to their fingers there spend longer on the ball. And whenever I'm talking to young spinners, I always think of Graham Swan. And if you look at Graham Swan from side on, it looked like he almost released the ball to bowl a bouncer because his hand stayed on the ball as long as possible, and therefore that puts as many revolutions as you can on a ball. And when you do that, it drifts more, it spins more, and it makes you a better bowler. So with a lot of T20 cricket, it's sometimes hard for spinners to have that ability to keep their hand on the ball longer because their front delivery stride gets too long and you release from behind the perpendicular. And once you start doing that, then you get less and less spin. And the way Irfan articulated it, it's the same for seam bowling. So the way that Deepak Chahar is able to release the ball late, which is probably the terminology that I tend to use with spinners, means that you have more evolutions, more pace on the ball, and that brings good things as a bowler.
What we've seen of Deepak Chahar also, Irfan, is he gets on a bit of a roll. If he's hot, he's red hot. He can pick up 3-4 wickets together. You know what that feels like. Deepak Chahar's even got that record in T20 cricket against Bangladesh. We've seen it before for CSK. It's a unique thing, isn't it? A bowler who, if his tail is up, if he's getting one, he often gets 1, 2, 3, 4 also at a time.
And that can happen with the swing bowlers consistently. And that's why Mahendra Singh Dhoni, we have always seen that he uses Deepak Chahar. When he played with Pravin Kumar as well, with Indian team, I remember he used to use him for a long period of time. Maybe used to give it 7, 8 overs, 9 overs spell in one-day cricket. And that's why the leader comes into play. But if swing bowler is on a roll, he can do so many things. He can swing the ball both ways, which Deepak Chahar can do. And what I really like today, he used a nice bouncer as well, which is very surprising for the batsman, because I remember when batsmen used to play me, they used to always think about the ball is around the knee area, and suddenly if the ball is coming on your head, you have nowhere to go. And there are quite a few batsmen got out to my bowling that way. So what I saw today from Deepak Chahar was excellent bowling.
When it does swing, though, it's not like too many answers. Even too many batsmen rather have answers, and even the ones that play all formats, it doesn't seem to be something which T20 teams, I guess, spend a lot of time trying to cope with in the nets, the ball swinging.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, they find it difficult. And a lot of people talk about pace. Look, if you have pace, use it. No doubt about that. But swing will always be the king, as I said earlier, because you don't know which way the ball is going. If you have late swing, especially, and what Deepak possesses, because Deepak's seam position is very straight, so the batsman will get very late reaction to it, very late swing. That means they will react to it late as well. If you have early swing with your hand, then it's much easier. It's like a telegram coming to you. But with Deepak, batsmen will find it always difficult.
Dan, how much time the team spend training against the moving ball? And could Punjab have done anything more differently, as well as Deepak Chahar bowled today?
It is very difficult because those swinging conditions come and go. But I think to give Deepak Chahar even more credit is around the length that he bowled. And I think we've seen plenty of bowlers who can swing the ball, and they talk about bowling long half volleys when you swing it. But Deepak Chahar's length and his ability to swing it from that length was the thing that separated him today. So I think you look at a batsman like Mayank Agarwal, who's incredibly experienced, played Test cricket all around the world. That's just a good ball, and even great batsmen can't deal with balls like that. So that ability to be consistent on that length and while swinging it means that you actually don't have to swing it as much as you think, because it creates such trouble for class batsmen. And I think that's a sign of good swing bowling, is when you trouble the likes of a Mayank Agarwal or a KL Rahul at the top of the order.
I know it's only been 2 innings, Irfan, but Mayank Agarwal out for nothing today and dismissed cheaply in the last game too. He was a big player for Punjab, and all of a sudden in between the last 2 IPLs, he seems to have found his way out of the first 11 for India too. Is there something noticeable about Mayank Agarwal? Is he just losing it a little bit as a top order batsman?
Just short on the confidence. It just seems like, the way he played the ball on the wrong line against Deepak Chahar, it shows that he was waiting for the ball coming in, and he just wasn't ready for the ball going away. So that's why he missed it completely. And it can happen when you are low in confidence, when you're not playing consistently in terms of matches in playing 11. So that can have an effect on that. And I think just losing the spot of Indian cricket, Indian team, just recently must be playing on his mind as well. He has to prove himself if he wants to regain his spot as well in the Indian team. So it can happen to a player, but he's a good player. He has done well for Kings of Punjab last year as well. So you hope that he'll come good in coming matches, but his confidence, someone needs to talk to him about more than technique, especially in the time of the T20 League of IPL, because you don't have much time to work on your technique, but mentally he needs to be up there.
I mean, when you lose 2 or 3 wickets early, Dan, I'm sure it's hard for any team, but it's these chances that you see a Nicholas Pooran who has the opportunity to play 17, 18 overs, gets out cheaply. Is there something about this Punjab side which leaves them vulnerable? They seem to have gotten done with their batsmen very early in this innings. Is it just about how they set up? Can you look at players like Pooran and expect for the kind of talent that they have, they've got to cash in when they get more opportunity?
Well, I think they're top 3 dominant, and they expect so much, particularly out of KL Rahul, Mayank Agarwal, who's obviously out of a little bit of form, but still a class player, and then Chris Gale, who has been successful for them for a couple of seasons. So when you put all that onus and emphasis on those top three, sometimes the middle order it is unexpected in terms of how much they're going to have to contribute. And we saw that Huda could step up to it in the last game, and both Huda and Nicholas Pooran had an opportunity today. But they wouldn't expect to bat in those situations against a swinging ball, against Deepak Chahar, who'd taken 3 early wickets. So, look, it is tough coming in there, but those are the quality teams. The quality teams tend to understand what batsmen need to do in those situations, and whether the top three succeeds or not, the middle order can adapt and make a difference. And I think of Mumbai when you see that they do rely on the top order, but they've got some middle order players who can understand what's required during those middle stages. So Punjab Kings, are relying on that top three. But when you're in trouble, you still need your middle order to bail you out, and they just weren't able to do that this evening.
What we did see is MS Dhoni really enjoying himself after winning the toss today, and he was running through those overs in the first hour of play, Irfan. Now, this is the first IPL in India where the games are starting at 7:30. It's now back-to-back days where we're seeing batting harder in the first 20-30 minutes or so on the first power play. Saw it yesterday, saw it today. Is that making any difference, those 7:30 starts for the bowlers earlier on?
In terms of swing you're talking about? I don't know, like in terms of due, maybe the factor which can, help the bowlers as maybe a little bit. But in terms of Mahendra Singh Dhoni is running around, you're talking about, first few minutes. Look, I think they need to.
I just think he wanted as many overs in that first half an hour, 40 minutes before presumably it gets a little easier to bat.
Yeah, and need to save the fine as well as a captain, because you can't be affording to losing, lakhs of money, especially getting fine in that. So yeah, it does make a difference. And I always like this 7:30 time more than as a commentator as well. Forget about the players when they are the most important people and they'll be happier as well. But as a commentator, as a guy working from behind, I like this 7:30 time than 8 o'clock.
Yeah, all captains are.
Sorry, Dan.
I was going to say all captains are energetic when they take 4 wickets in the power play. Yeah, well, everyone runs around when they're happy when those things are going well.
All right. What we did get to see is a little more of Shah Rukh Khan, the batsman in the IPL. We've seen some of it in domestic cricket. Irfan, like what you've seen?
Yeah, absolutely. Like what I saw. I just want to see how he goes about his batting in terms of quality quick bowlers, but he's very good against the spinners. That's what I saw today, and that's what I've seen in some of the matches in Mushtaq Ali Trophy. Some of the guys I've spoken to in Punjab Kings camp, they speak really highly of this guy because he can hit the ball really, really long, and they're banking on him to finish the games consistently for them, and it show little bit what he can do in the tournament coming up. So it's good to see him getting some runs.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you both to, you've detailed Deepak Chahar's effort, but I'm going to ask you to give me a quick fire response, right? A rapid fire response, a one-line appreciation of Deepak Chahar. What was Deepak Chahar's impact today in one line? How well did he bowl? Irfan?
Magical spell. I don't think anyone else has done the amount of impact in with the new ball in the power play since 2016. Like Deepak Chahar, because he has taken 60 wickets in power play. No other bowler has done that, and today he showed that again.
All right, brilliant. Magical says Irfan also says that's the ball of the tournament to Mayank so far. Dan?
Power play specialist. And when you're a power play specialist, you take wickets and you can really change the game. And I think when Deepak Chahar's on a roll like this, he's unstoppable. All
right. It's hard to stop today, and he's managed to keep Punjab to just 106. Are we going to see a contest of this, gentlemen, or is this going to be a cakewalk? Ian Bishop has stopped predicting things at halftime on these shows. So, Irfan, Dan's already saying no. Is this not going to be easy?
No, it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy for CSK. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be. But you said about contest. You said about contest.
Right, no contest. So you're saying easy, CSK to do this nice and easy. Daniel?
I agree. These small totals are fun as a batting unit because your openers can go out and be aggressive. I always remember Brendan McCallum saying he was almost going to be reckless on these small totals because 20 off an over or 30 for none after 3 overs completely changes the game and deflates the opposition. So look for CSK to do that tonight.
All right. Thank you very much. They bat deep. We know that. So they should should be the first points that MS Dhoni side pick up. Thank you very much to Irfan, Pathan and Dan Vettori. We will hear from them at the end of this game on Maruti Suzuki Presents ESPN Cricket for T20 Time Out, powered by Intel. Great chance for Chennai to get their first few points. So let's see if they manage it. And of course, through the course of the tournament, we will be playing with our guests. And you can head over to the ESPN Cricket for Facebook page for the Intel Fastest Fan First. If you like your cricket trivia when it comes to the IPL, know where the place to go to. So head over to the Facebook ESPN Cricket for page right away. Let's see how quickly Chennai can get these 107 runs, or do Punjab have a surprise in store? We'll pick up the chat after the game.
We call it people technology.
インテル入ってる